What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Thunder 2004's modded career mode season 3. Things have been extremely frustrating for us so far as a team in our third season, but it's been a learning experience nonetheless. I've learned that our mile-and-a-half package is not as good as I thought it was. Despite being the defending Winston Cup champions, I think I came into this season a little bit too cocky. I'll just say it now. 5 races in, and I think season 3 I came in too cocky. We had a championship under our belt. We had the whole world looking at us as a team, and I've been handed a slice of humble pie in every single race since the Daytona 500. And this kind of reminds me of what happened to us in season 2, where we won the Daytona 500, and then we just were not able to get back into victory lane. We couldn't buy our way into victory lane. I mean, considering that we are currently in the recession era of NASCAR Thunder anyway, where race purses basically mean nothing. They're absolutely jack squat to our team. So we're relying heavily on sponsorship money, which means I have to qualify well. I have to finish well, because I need the average finishes and the average starts, because if I don't have that, then my sponsors aren't happy, which means I don't get my expectation bonus. Long story short, I have an expectation for you guys, the viewer. I need some likes, I need some subscribes, because I do have some goals, and my current goal and my contract, opportunity for you guys is I need 3,000 subscribers by the end of the season. And by the end of the season, hopefully we'll see season 4 coming. I got some plans for season 4. The only way I'll get to season 4 is if you guys help me hit my goals already, okay? Without further ado, we're going to Bristol for the Food City 500. And I am not sure what to expect, because the way that the drivers around me have driven me already, this is probably going to be just as hard as the last one. Atlanta was hard because that was just straight up multiple laps of drivers racing me and finding ways to get by me, low, high. I mean, I was getting passed in all kinds of places, and it shouldn't have happened that way. So if you're new to the series and you did not know, currently right now, Joe Nemechek, yes, that Joe Nemechek, currently leads the standings over Jamie McMurray, Jeff Burden, Rusty Wallace, and I, with Kurt Busch, Jeff Gordon, Mark Martin, Dale Jarrett, Bobby Labonte rounding out the top 10. And it's only probably going to get even crazier from here. I can't even predict who's going to win. We've had 4 different winners so far this season in the first 4 races that we have had. And if you want to count the shootout as a race, we've had a different winner in that too. We're currently overhauling everything in our garage because we're trying to bring it back up to snuff. We didn't overhaul as much from season 2 because we were tied by a arbitrary salary cap that we had to, spend under, which we did. But this season, I think we're definitely looking at, probably one of the hardest seasons so far. And it's all thanks to the mod tool made by AJ Fails. Really good mod. Frustrating me, not the mod, but frustrating me on the track, but great mod nonetheless. I've done enough yapping. Let's go ahead and get ready to go racing. So we're going to bring everything that's generic, because again, we don't have enough garage space to make individualized short track and road course chassis and bodies and engines. Yet we're working on that. We'll expand the shop soon. Trust me, there's a plan. There's a method to the madness right now. But we are currently going to run generic everything because that's all we got. I haven't run Bristol without the short track, body chassis combo. We don't have that luxury this time. In a while, we don't have the luxury this time. So yeah, let's just hope we bring home a car in one piece so we can get to the road course with a car that is still pretty competitive. 73 overall is pretty decent. It's a good mid-pack car. Alrighty, qualifying here at the track is going to be a pain. Car doesn't feel too bad. Bristol is not giving me any favors here. I think I'll also back off on the wedge. But we got a pole, so I guess that worked. But I am going to lower the wedge.
Welcome, everyone, to Bristol, Tennessee for today's NASCAR Winston Cup race, the Food City 500. This is one of the most exciting tracks in the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. So many cars, so little space. Wouldn't you agree?
The fans here love watching this race. There'll be some bumping and banging out there in this one. I can assure you of that.
The 53 car has been getting into it heavily on the track with a 29 car.
Honestly, I think his driving's gotten a little out of control. It's one thing to be out there driving aggressively and fighting for position, but he's gone over the line as of late.
Okay, I got Jeff Gordon on my outside. I got Mark Martin behind me. And that was probably the worst start I could have ever had as a driver.
The 6 car is inside. Still there. 1571. We're catching them, buddy. Stay with it. You're clear.
Yeah, once I get off the low line, I'm pretty much cooked. So I'm going to try my best to kind of stay low. We got 84 laps here. Definitely feel like there's going to be a pit stop, obviously.
2.5 seconds in front of you. Easy now. Gonna need some of that grip later. Far outside. Okay, back to 4. Okay.
And not having track-specific stuff is a definite difference. I can feel like the car is not on the track anymore. Keep hearing from my crew chief about keeping the tires in good shape and how the leader is 5 seconds ahead of me. Like, hi, dude. I'm aware Jeff Gordon got by me and then put like a full lap, like a full second on me already. You don't need to remind me. I know.
Okay, let's get after these guys now. Okay, time.
I've got an angry Jeremy Mayfield beating my door in,
19, coming up quick.
or beating my deck lid in.
You're losing ground on the leaders. The 17 car is inside. We draw back a spot. Let's push it.
Goal for now would just be to get to a pit stop or get to the pit window and hopefully still be in contention for potentially a win.
Run away from you.
Because Jeff Gordon's already caught the back of the field here on lap 13. I mean, the car's got speed, it's got the power, it's got raw power, but we're definitely looking forward to the next one because I don't think we weren't gonna do well here. Just need to consider the law of averages at this point. I've got a pole, or I've got 2 poles already this season, which is amazing. And we just need to finish in the top 10 to keep our average, 10th place sponsor happy. Jeff Gordon is making his way through the field.
1548. Keep coming. We're getting there.
Oh, Jeff Gordon blew up. Jeff Gordon blew up, guys. Leading, and he blows up. That's insane.
You're gaining on the leader. Your right front tire's wearing down.
Jeff Gordon blew up.
3 more laps. Okay, we're clear.
While dominating here, by the
No
way.
one outside.
That's the second driver to blow a motor today.
Clear all around. 1551. Dig, buddy. Dig.
Elliott Sadler, holy crap, what was that? I think he's getting tired of the fact that I'm holding him up. I'm gonna tell me twice to take care of my car. I'm doing the best I can. I think ever since Jeff Gordon blew his motor, I'm actually beginning to slowly catch these guys. Never mind. My crew chief told me otherwise.
Second lead on us. We can pick up some more spots.
All right, now we've been at this for a while.
Lead on us.
The car is beginning to come back to me. Definitely beginning to get that confidence back in the car
Don't push your fuel too far.
because the gap at one point was 10 seconds to the leader. Now I know the leader is in traffic and probably being blocked halfway across the field, but I definitely feel like we're actually picking the pace back up here.
1569. Leaders are trying to drive away now. Let's get up there. Leaders interval's about 9 seconds. Take care of your car. We'll get it. Play nice.
Sorry, Mikey. Whoops. Didn't actually intend to do that for real.
16.8.
The good news is he's still in the top 10. The bad news is he's got damage. And the bad news is, are we supposed to pit? Because right now, I don't think we can make it to the end. I will not pit. It seems like some guys have pit. But I am second in the standings. Oh, they lapped down Dale Jr.
Work with the leader. Let's see if we can break away from the pack.
Junebug is coming down pit road.
You're clear.
We got some guys who immediately dove for pit road as soon as we went green.
Running on fumes, buddy.
I feel like we actually could have made it all the way to the end
You might try to wreck it.
if we would have pit.
1575. Dig, buddy. Dig, dig, dig. Still there. Keep digging.
Let's kind of see how this goes. I'm going to hold off on pitting.
That speed will get us to the front. Keep it up. Got one down low. Clear. Got one high. Hey, be careful.
So far, they've merged pretty well.
91. Okay, let's get after these guys now. Far inside. He's looking to settle the score.
Several cars now pull off the race.
No, let's not repair the damage. I needed to take half a round out on wedge.
Ready to make service to their cars. This is the race within the race to see who will win the race off pit road.
As the driver hits his mark, the crew will go around. They'll go to the right side first, change right side tires.
I'm hoping there's not a caution.
Fuel going in. The crew will now swing over to the left side. This will be a 4-tire stop. 4 tires and 2 cans of 76 racing fuel.
Coming in.
We're trapped 2 laps down.
Have a problem out on the race course. That's a tough break for those guys.
15.
Really?
Fastest we've been.
The lightest touch. Did you guys see that? The lightest touch possible on Michael Waltrip. Look at this. Engine blown. Rigged. Okay. I need to know. All right. There's quite a few cars still on the same lap. I am 2 laps. I'm 1 lap down here. In 22nd. If I pit now, I can actually do this. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to pit now with the leader. Under caution. Wow, we are really far back here. So we're going to pit now. Hopefully not get trapped another lap down. And we're going to repair damage, change 4 tires, put some more fuel in it, pack it full, and then we should, in theory, be good to go.
Several cars now pull off the racetrack and begin the long journey down pit road. All the crews are all ready to make service to their cars. This is the race within the
Because we're already a lap down. So I have to race back onto the lead lap and hope there's a debris caution or something. Curse my bad fuel efficiency. No mistakes, boys, because the pace car is coming.
Here comes the pace car.
We're good, guys. Okay. We should still be like a lap down. And I've loosened the car up for these last 34 laps, so
He's outside.
honestly, I could care less about where some of these guys are running. I just need to get to the leader who is beginning to pull away from the field.
32.
I don't care.
Keep him behind you if you can. 15. 21.
Right now, I have a mission, and my current mission is to get back into the top 10 and somehow.
Number 12. Up high. Let's try to race a little bit.
What's going on? Why are people coming down pit road?
Got one down low.
I'm on the tail end of the lead lap. Wait. I'm on the tail end of the lead lap.
32. We're catching them, buddy.
Oh,
Stay with it.
okay. This just changed everything. I don't know who the current leader is, but I'm ahead of them according to the track map.
Best place for
And it's probably the best that I've been driving through people.
15, 45. Dig, buddy. Dig, dig, dig. The 31 car down low. Clear on both sides.
Okay. This just changed everything.
15, 48. You got some passes left in there somewhere. I know you do.
Well, we're back in the top 10.
Don't let him by, but try not to hold him up either.
I got an angry Rusty Wallace behind me.
Driver, back there.
20 more laps to go. I don't know if I can honestly keep this up
15,
because I am burning the wheels.
all day. 20 more.
But we just got to keep going for it because we're right in front of the leader. Any caution now will put me right back behind the leader, but on the lead lap. It was like a smoke screen in turns 3 and 4 because I'm sliding in 1 and 2 too.
You're closing on the leader.
I'm definitely also literally on the chip here
Don't let him
in the
by.
corners.
Try not to hold him up either. Hold it steady.
Excuse me, Kyle Busch.
You're right front tire.
You're not at that point yet where you're supposed to be blocking.
39. That speed will get us to the
You're not there yet. I don't know if these tires are going to hold out another 14 laps at this rate.
You let
Things have been pretty pedantic so far. Nothing is really productively happening. I got to get to Dale Jarrett if I want to get higher in the top 10. The problem is I think I'm burning the wheels off, and we've still got 11 to go. So I need to prioritize just finishing the race in the top
dig,
10.
buddy. Dig, dig, dig.
Although I really want to get Dale Jarrett, there's no real,
Take it easy out there.
yeah, there's no real perk to getting him. Just one more position probably helps the average, but you know.
15, 41.
Rusty Wallace got a lap. I really don't know who's the leader, and that troubles me because the leader's behind me because they were lapped Rusty.
15, 41. We're catching them, buddy. Stay with it.
I guess I'll know for sure if they get to Ryan Newman.
Car high.
Excuse me, Ken Schrader. I've got to keep moving.
15, 76. Catching up to the leader. Keep on it. The 12 car is coming low. Running low.
Newman, this is not the time for you to be racing me. We are trying to finish on the lead lap together, right? Just sit back there in 9th place and just be a good buddy, please. Be a good friend. Things have been pretty just relaxed. I'm sorry. I haven't had much to say about Bristol because this track has been murder for me.
Just 2 laps left.
We just got to get across the line. All right, we're officially on our last lap. The leader's already taken the checkered, which means we're no longer in danger of getting lapped. And all I got to do is just fight Ryan Newman back to the checkered flag, which he's beginning to fade just a little bit here. And with that, we will cap off an 8th place finish at Bristol. Oh my God, what is going on? Casey Kane won. John Andretti second. Liquidate my team. Sell it.
Lead changes were pretty scarce.
To be honest, I'm a little surprised that we didn't have more leaders. It just goes to show that with the right setup and the right strategy, you can really dominate a NASCAR Winston Cup race.
The MBNA car had a good run, finishing in the top 10.
When you think that there are 42 other drivers in this NASCAR Winston Cup race and you manage a top 10, that's pretty impressive.
The 53 car had a run-in during the race with the 2 car.
It should be interesting the next time they get next to each other on the racetrack. At this point, nobody wants to back down, and we could see some sparks fly.
From all of us here at EA Sports, thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next week at the Sawmill Speedway.
I know we just made money on the team, and sponsors are really paying out big bucks right now because we're hitting all of our objectives and expectations. But I was not lying when I said liquidate the whole team. Liquidate the team, because John Andretti has finished in the top 5 again. That man is unfreaking stoppable. And then Casey Kane also wins his first career win in NASCAR, and it comes at Bristol. What in the timeline? And then Jimmy Johnson finishes 3rd. And then, real quick, just look at the top 3. Look at where they started. Casey Kane started 30th. John Andretti, 39th. That man was in provisional land. Jimmy Johnson, 34th. And they're the top 3 guys. What? Scott Wimmer is up here. Wimmer is also a rookie. What? Liquidate my team. We're selling the team. Casey Kane finishes 1st, John Andretti 2nd, Jimmy Johnson 3rd, Kurt Busch 4th, Scott Wimmer 5th, Brian Vickers 6th, Dale Jarrett 7th, we finished 8th, Ryan Newman 9th, and Rusty Wallace finished a lap down in 10th. All because of some accidents that happened. I do not know why I spun the 15 car personally. I don't know why. I went down and I guess I just hooked them. Oh well, that's on me. Mark Martin led the most laps with 40, but did not get the win because, you know, he pitted. Ricky Rudd, Joe Nemechek, JJ Yaley went from 42nd to 16th. Kevin Harvick went from 40th, also in provisional land, to finish 20th. So he gained quite a few spots. Things after this race are, the point standings are just going to be weird. Michael Waltrip DNF'd, as we all know. Jeff Gordon DNF'd after leading 19 laps. The man finished ran 20 laps in the race and led 19 of them. That man was leading when he blew his motor. And Jimmy Spencer, I don't know what happened. He was like the first car I saw fall out the race. This Bristol race was just weird. Let's head back to Georgia and get ready for what the announcers said, which was Sawmill Speedway. You know, as we landed back in the shop, I just thought about this. With Casey Kane's win, that makes our 5th different winner in the season so far. This is a one heck of a season. Real quick, let's head over to the team management screen before we do anything else, because I like to usually do this at the end, but we're going to do this in the middle. We need one more race to finish our engine hoist, which will come after Sawmill. All things considered, looks like the MBNA and NBC sponsors are happy. Ranking 5th in earnings with Safety Clean is the next thing that I'm kind of concerned about. So that leads us to the standing screen, where Kurt Busch is now the new points leader. Ahead of me, Rusty Wallace, Joe Nemechek has now dropped to 4th, Mark Martin 5th, John Andretti is now 6th in the standings, Dale Jarrett, Jamie McMurray, Jeff Burton, Jimmy Johnson. For those that are curious, Jeff Gordon fell out of the top 10 and he's now 13th after, DNFing. That only leaves 10 drivers within 100 points of the leader. Shouldn't be anything too serious. We'll see how this goes, because we've got Kevin Harvick and Tony Stewart really floundering this season, and Dale Jr. too, for that matter, also floundering a bit in the mid-pack. Greg Biffle's losing ground. He was 20th a few weeks ago. Now he's back down to 27th. So we're seeing a very unique hodgepodge of finishers running well. For example, Rusty Wallace is the only guy. Rusty Wallace and Joe Nemechek are the only two people who have finished in the top 10 more times than anybody else. I've only finished in the top 10 3 times. Top 5s goes to John Andretti with 3. My average start is 7.6, but my average finish is now at 10.2, which is getting better. But we don't know how Sawmill will treat us. It's a road course. We've never been there before. We don't have a book to go off of. I'm not sure what to expect, but what I do know what to expect is we're going to go ahead and overhaul chassis number 3, because chassis number 3's gains are going to be immaculate. Everything else is pretty much set for the bodies. There's nothing else I need to do. If we do an overhaul, it's just for the pure gratification of the fact that we're gonna overhaul it at this point. Yeah, there's some gains to be had, but I don't think it is necessary at the moment. Although the extra downforce, those 3 extra points of downforce for the speedways are going to be great. I just don't know if it's worth us putting the money in yet, even though we're going to get it back in 1 race time. You know, honestly, I think it would actually be a good idea. That will put everything back on the same track, and we can just tout that we have better equipment now. 75 to 77, or we could bring this one from 74 to 77. You know what? We'll just go ahead and overhaul this one. We'll just do it. We'll throw the money at it. We have the money to burn. We got 20 million. We have the money to burn. Just burn it. Let's just do it. So Sawmill's next. It's the Lumberjack 325. I've never been here before. I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is that it is a 2-mile road course, and we've seen some crazy things so far this season. This is only going to get crazier. If you like today's video, make sure that like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time for Sawmill. This season is as intense as season 2. Be easy, everybody.